Welcome to this short video about what gene keys in my opinion is. Because I do so many videos about gene keys, and I know there are also a lot of newcomers that see my channel, and then they maybe see one of the transmissions I do and they think like, okay, and what exactly is this gene keys? I did a very big article about the gene keys. You can find this also in the descriptions below. And in this video, I just explain it a little bit in my opinion what the gene keys is and where they are actually helping you in your life. So you can see gene keys when you look at the Earth. There are different cultures. We have Europe, we have the West, we have the East. And every culture has different teachings, spiritual teachings, scientific teachings, religious teachings. And what the gene keys is that Richard Rudd, that founded or created gene keys in a way, or bring the knowledge together, he found a way to get, for example, the I Ching from the Chinese culture into the gene keys teachings. Kabbalah, for example, he got into the teachings. Then he got a lot of different other ancient teachings into the system. So it's really a mix of a lot of different teachings that are combined to help us to find ourselves, you could say. So it's really from a lot of different cultures, really intelligently put together knowledge that really helps me a lot to contemplate myself. Gene keys is a lot about contemplation. There's also a book published, The Art of Contemplation. And so the gene keys is really about an inner journey to your own core, to your own self. And it's really deep because it has a lot of different layers. It has an activation layer, it has a Venus layer and a Saturn layer, so there are different planets also involved. And so the teaching is really bringing all the different knowledge together to help to accelerate your awakening and to bring you to your higher purpose, and that you are able to awake that and discover and embody it at the end. And gene keys, it's really special for me because before I get to know gene keys, I had another system I learned about limiting beliefs, how to change them, and it helped me a lot already before I even get to know gene keys. And it was fascinating for me that when I first came to the gene keys book and to the teachings in general, that when I reflected my inner work that I did before gene keys, which was 2 years long, that actually exactly what I was doing there and what I discovered there and what inner child work, what all of the inner workings what I did there, that they exactly were a mirror of what I found in gene keys. So as I did the gene keys, I was thinking that is interesting, that what I did actually in CYP, Change Your Patterns, it's now only available in German. It's a pattern changing so system, and it really I really found it amazing how coherent the teaching was for me to the teaching I get to know before. And it's also really complementary a lot, insanely complementary. So I use both systems. For me, gene keys is like a puzzle where I put the genetic more together for me to find what is more active. And then with CYP, I cut the corner and get to that one pattern that actually is holding me back. So I'm able to see it before my eyes. So gene keys is about DNA and genetics for sure. That's why the name gene keys is also there. And it really is, if there would be a book that is able to tell what's in your DNA and why human behave like they behave, why you behave like you behave, and why the world is built like it's built, then Gene Keys is a book that that somehow unveils, unwraps all of this hidden sacred knowledge that helps me a lot, that will help you a lot to discover who you are in your core. And Gene Keys is also what's important about levels of consciousness, levels of frequencies. It's in 3 different layers. It's the shadow, which is the lower frequency when we are in a bad mood. Then the gift level, which is a higher frequency. And actually it's funny because the gift is something that is born out of the shadow. For example, when you do art or music, that is also born out of some kind of suffering you had in your life, and then you magically, in an alchemical process, change this shadow into a higher art, into a gift, and that is the gift. And then there is the siddhi. It's the essence of consciousness. It's some Sanskrit word that is used for a long time, which just means like a divine gift in a way. So there are like higher levels. For example, one Gene Key is the 6th Gene Key, which is at the lowest frequency, conflict. At the gift level, diplomacy, and the highest is peace. And you can see it like this: the lowest frequency, we are in conflict with each other, in communities, in cultures, different cultures. There are conflicts, there are relationship conflicts, maybe conflicts with your children, maybe even conflicts with other kind of parts. Like, I mean, there can be relationships with anything. You can have a relationship with your car, with, for sure, with animals, with dogs, with cats, with everything. And so we have that conflict, and through the conflict we learn how to be diplomatic, yeah. And that is the gift. And the more we learn how to be in peace, the more we are able to stay in a distant distance. We can see it from a distance, and we are not so much embedded into the shadows anymore. And the shadows are the ones that trigger us to project something, to blame someone, to have an opinion, to judge people. All of this is in the shadow. And when we are able to have a distance, to have a discernment from the shadow, and to be diplomatic, or have this diplomacy, then we are at our peace more and more, and this divine gift is slowly unfolding. So it's really a magical system, the Gene Keys. I love it. So check the comments below to check, to just have some more ideas about it. I made a big article about the Gene Keys you can check, and I hope this gives you a short introduction, explanation what from my perspective Gene Keys is. You could also see it not in a cultural level, from different cultures like Chinese culture, Tibetan culture, European culture, Greek culture. And you could also see it in a planetary function, because Gene Keys is a lot about planets, and in different planets there are different environments. And Richard Rudd brought different teachings that also brings like the Venus sequence, the Saturn's the Saturn sequence, and so different planetary aspects of hidden teachings are embedded into the Gene Keys, and everything is like a puzzle. Richard really geniusly built the puzzle together, that we are able to have a more avoiding life, that we can discover what is inside us. It's really a self-study system, Gene Keys. You normally do not need any coaches. You don't not need anyone else besides you. The price is also so relaxed. The English Kindle version of the book is available for €6, what is like nothing, and this is all you need to start that, to study this for years and years, and maybe then also the different sequences if you want to commit more into that. And it's really special because there are not many teachings today out that are so selfless, that are so objective, and at the same time subjective for you. So that's Gene Keys about. So have a great time. I hope this explained a little bit more what my opinion about Gene Keys is. And yeah, have a great day. And you, Dominic, see you in the next videos. Bye bye.